Have you ever taken a trade, got stopped out, and immediately jumped back in? That's revenge trading. And I'll be honest, this has been the hardest one for me to overcome. When FOMO strikes, I can usually just remind myself to be patient and wait for my trade to actually set up, and that I'll still get in on the move. And if not, something else will set up later. But the drive for revenge, that urge just feels so much stronger. Today, that urge hit me pretty hard. Let's go check out the trade. All right, let's get into this trade that I took this morning. So, I did have a long bias going in, just obviously because of the higher time frames, everything was looking quite bullish. However, my rule is that I have to take the first setup of the day that presents itself to me, and that was this one, like 4 minutes into the session. So it would have been my C short. So what I look for on these trades is for the opening 1 minute range to break, and then for a failed breakout. So I would be taking a short here with the target just below the opening range. So this one had a 17 or 18 point stop on it. So it would have been about a 25.5 point target. So in my journal, I just wrote down, took a C short, 18 point stop, and then a big risk, $74. And I'm okay with that $74 risk on it. So I'm still sized down at 2 micros. I'm fine with that. I'm much more relaxed about it. The sort of panic that I was feeling in this trade today, because I did watch it, was that the trade's going to lose, and then I'm going to have to put that on YouTube. I'm going to have to put a third loss of my last 3 days that I took trades. I'm going to have to put another loss, and that's what I was sort of more concerned with than the actual trade losing. So that's just something that I need to pay attention to not get bogged down in sort of like worrying about the comments of people being like, oh, that was a stupid trade, or why did you take that trade, or you should have waited. A better setup did come after this one. So, of course, in hindsight, yes, I should have waited. Another thing that kind of gave me pause on this, aside from the higher time frames being very bullish, was that the opening range was only 25 points, and I like for it to be at least 30. So, yeah, okay, the trade lost. So when it is only 25 points or it's less than 30, maybe I will cut out those C trades in the future. But right now I'm just trying to stick to the plan and not go on tilt and not take revenge trades. Today was such a hard one to not just like jump right back in short, but I didn't want to do it because I know that that's led to my worst days in the past. This right here, this would have been a much better setup. This would have been my B long. I wish I had waited and taken this one. So basically, price broke out of the opening range. It came back down, tested it, found support, broke the highs, came back down just about to the high of the opening range. And that would have been, so my B long would have been getting in just above that candle that came down to the top of the range. But I didn't take that one. I took the other instead, and I lost $74, $73, whatever. The funded account, I've been in it for over a month now, and it's up $1,282. So I'm still not like crazy far from payout territory, and the account is doing fine. So I just need to come back tomorrow and not be thinking about this little loss today or the little losses last week. I'm starting with what revenge trading looks like, because I think for a long time I didn't really know that what I was doing was revenge trading. It was like, oh, I'm breaking rules, it's bad trading. I didn't realize what it was and sort of like what it was coming from or what place it was coming from. So revenge trading looks like jumping back in right after you're stopped out. I have done this a million times, way more times than I can even think. Sometimes it's resulted in making the money back. So I guess that's bad because it reinforced the bad behavior of just jumping right back in. Doubling your size, sometimes tripling your size just to make it back faster. Like it's just all about getting that money back. Obviously, that's a bad idea because you've already taken a loss and now you're increasing your risk on the next trade. And it's probably not an A plus setup that you're getting into on the next trade. Another common thing that happens in revenge trading, and I've done this a million times again, is flipping long and short without a setup. Have you ever just clicked the reverse button? I have. I think I don't know if it's even on my chart. I think you're able to remove it from most of the platforms. So if it is on there, I don't know. I made a very strict rule with myself a while ago, no reverse button ever. So for me, that's a big one on revenge trading. And the other one is just chasing the market without any plan. This little list pretty much sums up my tilt days of what my trading behavior is. So I really do think that revenge trading is the biggest thing for me, and it's definitely been the hardest one to, I guess, overcome. What triggers revenge trading? For me, I feel like it's been anything and everything. A big one is anger after a loss, just getting so mad and frustrated after your trade is stopped out, but that you just, again, get mad and you don't think, you just jump in. Another trigger for it is embarrassment, like you feel stupid or embarrassed that you were wrong on your trade or that your trade didn't work out. For me, I really felt that today in like not wanting to publicly show my loss. Like I really had such a strong urge to just jump back in to be like, "See, I was right." I didn't do that luckily, but in the past I definitely would have. I think another big trigger is the fear of falling behind or missing out or not being where you should be. So, like, it sucks to just take these little losses because I feel like my account should be growing. Um, so it is making me feel like I'm behind where I need to be. But then I remind myself, okay, zoom out and do what you're telling other people to do when they're working on discipline, which is forget about a payout. So if I take the idea of a payout out of my mind, then who cares that I lost $74 today? My account's fine. My emotions are fine. And I think I'm making progress in my discipline by cutting off this revenge trading. Another big trigger is the pressure to prove yourself right, wanting to be right all the time. This is a huge one for me. Not just in trading, unfortunately. I like being right. I think everybody likes being right, being proven to have been right about something. So that's a big one that I need to work on and just be like, it's okay to be wrong. And especially in trading, you are not going to be right all the time, and that's okay. How doesn't it destroy traders and your account? I think might be the better question. One of the big ones is, and what would have happened to me today if I went with the revenge trading, because I would have just jumped into another short and I might have jumped into a third short and I might have just taken three losses. And then who knows? I probably would have flipped long and then somehow I also would have lost on that and I would have sized up and account gone. Okay, anyways, so it turns one small loss into multiple big losses. It blows accounts faster than anything else. I know this from my own trading that revenge trading has definitely blown my accounts. It creates just an emotional spiral, which then puts you on tilt. And once you are on tilt, I don't know if it's possible to stop tilt once it's already taken hold. I know when I did the tilt video, like people put in the comments, like, um, things that just like really summed it up perfectly. I can't remember exactly now, but it's just basically that it's scary and you're like taken over by another thing. And that's really what it feels like. Like you just have no control. So for me, it's all about cutting off these things like revenge trading that will lead to tilt because I don't want to do that. And then it also destroys your trading by delaying any sort of real progress or consistency because you're not trading your plan at all when you're taking revenge trades. So it's setting you back and seeing where you actually would be. Okay, so we all know we don't want to be revenge trading, so let's look at what we can do to stop it. So the first thing that you can do is to just pause, walk away, and reset your emotions. I'll be honest, this has not worked for me in the past. I'm not able to just walk away for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, and then come back and like be reset and not still have that like I want to get the money back thing in my head. For me, it's I need to come back the next day. I need the full 24 hours to get over it. And the other big thing is risk management. I hate to mention it in every single video now, but having that smaller position size has really made it so that I am able to just be like, okay, that sucked. I'll come back tomorrow and get a better trade or no trade. The next thing that you can do is to review it right in your journal before any new trade you take. I write in my journal. Again, this hasn't really helped me. I need to wait. Like, I can't get right back in. I want to eventually one day get to where I can take a trade after a trade loses and be totally fine with it. But right now I'm not there. So you can write in your journal and review the bad trade and then just be very aware that you could be revenge trading or that you're at risk of it, and just really focus on only taking trades that fit your plan and not taking any random trades after a loss. Another big one is having a budget. So you can budget like me in your number of trades by one trade a day, or you can have your a max daily loss limit, which I know works really well for a lot of people. Um, and it's something that I've considered as well, and I might graduate to it at some point here where I could just, it's you can take 2 to 3 trades, but you can't lose more than this. And also budget your prop accounts. I say one eval a month. If you have extra money and you're okay with 2 a month, okay, then go for 2 a month, but budget it, stick to that, and when you blow that account for the month, you're on sim until it renews, and then you can start again in a new eval. Then I think the last thing you can do is to try and shift your focus away from the money and away from just the loss to measuring your discipline and measuring your progress in other areas. So it sucked for me taking another loss today, but not taking a revenge trade after that was progress. And seeing that then the be long setup after and not taking it, I don't know if that was progress, but I'm going to say maybe it was progress. But definitely not jumping in again short after was progress. Revenge trading has definitely been the hardest thing for me to overcome in this. But I think that if I can get past it, then I will be giving myself a real chance to succeed at this with whatever strategy I land on. I don't know. Do you guys struggle with revenge trading? And if you have and you've found a way to get past it, I want to know what you've done to get past it. What do you do when you feel the urge to revenge trade? Yeah, it'd be awesome. I want these comments to be as helpful as they can to everyone here because we're working on discipline and some of us are further along in the journey and we've already conquered those things, not me, but some of you guys. So yeah, let us know, how have you fixed your revenge trading, or what are you going to try to do to stop it? Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. I love hearing from you. I hope you had a better trading day than I did today, and I will see you back here tomorrow.